Alright guys, well I'm back today with a massive weapons light sale from Olight for Father's Day. And these have some incredible savings going on right now on some of my favorite weapons lights, whether it be pistol mounted lights or some of my favorite rifle mounted lights. Now I've got a full sale overview, so if you're interested in some of their new EDC items and knives and just a general sale video, I've already posted one there. But it's been a while since I've went over in detail a lot of my favorite weapons lights from Olight, and this is a good opportunity to snag them for up to like 36% off depending on the bundles you get. And a lot of times, just simply by logging on, you can add a free light to your cart, and this sales light is going to be the i3 EOS, and there's a few other bundles and free shipping options. All of the information and linking will be in the description below, and if you're watching this after the sale video goes down, you can actually use the code 704TACTICAL for 10% off your Olight order, and that's valid on the non-sale items. So if you do add some sale items to your cart, you want to buy something else because it is free shipping, you can use that code 704TACTICAL for 10% off the non-sale item. But let's dig right into a lot of these options. And the first one is the Baldor Pro R. It's a rechargeable pistol slash rifle light that utilizes a magnetic base and a toggle switch that goes between a light, laser, and a laser light combo. So when you switch this over, you'll see it's got the light and laser, and just the green laser. It's got a high mode as well as a low mode, depending if you double click it, and a defensive strobe, and it locks right in. It comes with a Glock insert and a pick rail insert in the box, and this one is very nice. It generally sells for $170, but it's on sale for $118. You can also start bundling this and save yourself a lot of money that way. Now, this has been a great light down at the range, and it's absolutely rock solid. It's held zero, and I love the fact that it does have that magnetic recharging base, so you can just clip on that charger and it'll start charging the light. And if you hear something go bump in the night, you simply pull it off and engage your target, and that's a pretty darn cool option. You can also mount it to a few different rifles, as you can see here, to the pick rails, and it also utilizes a magnetic pressure switch that will clip to the bottom of this and clip on something else. So it's a pretty slick option when you consider there's a few different variations of how you can mount this light to a few other platforms. Dropping some cardboard pieces here. So that's a pretty slick light. It has a maximum lumen output of about 1350 lumens. And again, it's rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about the batteries on there. The next light I want to discuss are some of the Odin series of lights. Now, these are lights that take a wide variety of forms after the initial release of the first Odin. They also have a ton of different color variations, and the cool thing about the Odin series is it comes, every single Odin, whether it be the Mini, the Odin full size, or the Odin GL, comes with the light itself, a magnetic locking pressure switch, as you see here, as well as a pick rail mount or an M-lock mount in the box. They also utilize a scout mount. Every single Odin series of lights, like here's one of the GLs, utilizes that scout mounting system, which is very common. You can buy scout mounts on Amazon for as low as like 10 bucks, and I've done a ton of videos on a lot of high value options. If you're looking at like a 16-inch or longer rifle, the Odin full-size light is a great weapons light to start off with, or really just to utilize on almost every platform. They've got bundles that generally sell for $172. They're on sale for $112, so that's 34% off, and this is a must-have. The other cool thing again about that is if you do have a battery bank or something you slide into a plate carrier, I utilize a lot of those, you can charge your light while it's still mounted to the rifle itself. You can see that magnetic pressure switch comes right off and it clips right on and starts charging the light. Now, this is the Odin Mini, and it works out incredibly well. Also, if you didn't feel like running the pressure switch, you can use that tail cap on all of them, and that works out good too. The other cool thing about the Odin series of lights is they did come out with this Odin GL, which has the laser diode built right into the head of the light, so you can do the light and laser combination, just the laser, or the light itself. And this also utilizes a slightly different magnetic pressure switch, but it is included in the box. If you were looking at an AR pistol, or you were doing something with a little bit shorter rail system and you wanted it a little bit more compact, the Odin Mini is a great option that puts out plenty of light, and that's also going to be on sale in a few different configurations. So these are good opportunities to jump in and really save yourself some money. Another light I want to mention is actually the PO Mini Valkyrie 2. This one also has a magnetic charging base and a blinding light that rides on a track system, as you can see here. That track system allows it to be almost infinitely adjustable for every single handgun you can possibly think of. And while a lot of handguns out there will fit most lights, there's some out there that won't, like ultra compact 22s like the Keltec P17. The only light I've ever been able to get to fit on there is actually the PL Mini 2 Valkyrie. Those generally sell for about 90 bucks and they're on sale for $67, and you can start bundling them with other EDC knives and things for about $68. They also have different mega packs on sale right now that include different weapons lights as well as other tactical EDC lights, so there's some really good options. I do want to discuss the Odin series of lights as well as the Baldor Pro Rs a little bit more, and the fact that I've had thousands upon thousands of rounds through the Odin series of lights. I have every version of the Odin that they've ever made, and multiple versions at that, and they just stay affixed to the rifle. Now, I've actually tested 3 LPVOs on this setup, and the Odin has been running on the same battery and working great on this particular rifle. So they always see extended round counts. This particular Odin is probably up to 1,000 rounds on this one rifle with no issues whatsoever. When you put them under slow-mo cameras and you shoot them in high recoil scenarios, even the Baldor Pro Rs that are going to be mounted to handguns, they don't skip on or off, they don't shutter, and they hold their battery life very well. I've actually got an Odin in the trunk of my car that's been there for over a year, and the battery is not just kind of drained out. The other cool thing again is they've got that magnetic recharging base, and with the availability of power banks, that makes it really convenient to square away power banks in like maybe a bug out bag or a plate carrier setup. Or if you're using this as a patrol rifle, a lot of times cars will have USB outlets that these can plug right into, and you can charge your lights on the go. So there's a lot of good options with the Odin series of lights that I don't talk enough about. A lot of times too, after some of those videos get old or they might have been removed for one reason or another with rule changes over the years on YouTube, I did want to just talk about them again and discuss that these are still my go-to weapons lights, especially when they're on sale. There's nothing that competes with these lights around the $120 price point. It's just not, in my opinion. There's some other options that I've reviewed on the channel, but they don't stay on the rifles long, to be honest. The Odins always replace them because they just work. This, I don't always put like a weapons light and laser combo on my handguns. A lot of times I'll just use white lights or IR lasers. But here lately I've been utilizing them a little bit more because of this particular design and how streamlined it is. You don't have a ton of stuff hanging off. Works Holsters also makes holsters for a lot of these lights. So if you're interested in Works Holsters, I believe they've got like a code 704 Tactical, but I've got a few videos on them if you were looking for holster options for your Olights. That's a company I highly recommend, and I think they also do some reviews on YouTube. So again, all of the information, linking, and codes will be in the description below to save you some money on some really awesome lights. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.